Warning sirens sounded Monday evening in central Israel, the Gush Etzion area, and more areas in Israel following the launch of a missile from Yemen. The missile was intercepted over Jordanian airspace. The IDF released a statement saying, "Following the sirens that sounded a short while ago in several areas in Israel, a missile launched from Yemen was intercepted prior to crossing into Israeli territory. Sirens were sounded in accordance with protocol." Residents in Gush Etzion reported hearing explosions. U.S. Senator John Fetterman, who has emerged as one of the strongest supporters of Israel in the Democratic Party, expressed his support for Israel's continued military operation against Hamas Monday. Hamas leadership has the choice to free the hostages or face swift elimination, Sr. Fetterman wrote on X in response to a Wall Street Journal story on the elimination of Hamas leaders over the last week. "The Palestinian tragedy was designed and maintained exclusively by Hamas. This war is Hamas' choice and my full support follows Israel," he said. Egypt has threatened to expel recently released Hamas prisoners from its territory if the terrorist organization fails to show flexibility and agree to a revised hostage deal that would extend the current ceasefire in Gaza, a senior Israeli official said. The prisoners in question were freed as part of the last hostage exchange and are temporarily residing in Egypt, as no other country has agreed to receive them. Yarden Bibas shares released photos of Yarden and Shiri, the marriage proposal, the wedding, their children Ariel and Kfir, and the tragic end at the cemetery. Under the title, "How do you even begin to process this?" Yarden Bibas uploaded a moving and heartbreaking video about his family's life before October 7th. Yarden Bibas, who survived nearly 500 days in Hamas captivity in Gaza, returned to Israel only a few days before receiving the devastating news. Shiri, Ariel, and Kfir were murdered by their Palestinian captors. About 2 months after his return, Yarden is still trying to cope with the immense loss. "How do you even begin to process this?" he wrote on Instagram, alongside a personal video he shared, showing Shiri and himself together, long before the October 7th massacre that shattered their world. The Hamas terror organization published a video with a sign of life from Yosef Hayam Ohana and Elkanah Bobat, who were kidnapped by Palestinians with masks on October 7, 2023, and have been held hostage for 535 days. The Ohana and Bobat families authorized the publication of the video. In the Hamas propaganda video, the two attack the government and call on released hostages to pressure the government to make a deal for their release. Elkanah's family said, "For 535 days, Elkanah has been in an ongoing hell." The video shows he is in poor condition, having lost a significant amount of weight due to persistent starvation. He suffers from skin and breathing problems in addition to being asthmatic, and has not seen daylight for almost a year and a half. They added, "This video is further proof that Elkanah must return home to his family, to his wife Rivka and his son Ram David. Elkanah is crying out for help, begging us not to forget him in the tunnel hell."